Hi there everyone, Steve here from Zaxon Gaming, and welcome back to some Space Engineers. Now what I've got for you today is something a little bit different. So as you can tell, we're in a world that is completely empty. I mean, completely empty. Hence why it's called Empty World. Haha. So what I'm going to do for you today is basically a breakdown. I've not seen one of these yet on YouTube, so I thought this might be a nice thing to do. But obviously you see lots of people making these big wonderful ships, and you see them like with the finished products, but they don't really show you how they build them. Personally, I think I'll do a little video to show you guys how I personally like to build large ships, or ships on a larger scale, and how I think ahead of sort of like how I want them to be. So I figured I'll show you guys a little bit of that today. Obviously, personally for me, on creative, when I build ships like this, typically I end up designing a reasonable ship that doesn't look half bad, with a nice shape, in a relatively small amount of time compared to the size of the ship. So as you can see, we've got some of our basic blocks, just for like sculpture, pretty much. So we're going to start with obviously sticking down our big block. Now what we're going to do from here, now this is what I always like to do. I always like to start on just a simple flat plane, about what, 20 blocks long, so you get just sort of a baseline measurement if you want, to get rough ideas, such the length of your ship where you want it to be. Now in this particular case, I'm going to build. What should we build, guys? I didn't actually think about this. Let's build. I don't know. Let's build a little cargo ship. Why not? Why not? And we're going to keep it for space only. We'll keep the video short, keep it simple. We'll keep it space only cargo supply between like maybe like space stations or something. Like moseying on through the galaxy and, you know, picking up and dropping resources. So first things first, we want to sell what sort of outlay we want. So I would always suggest doing some sort of baseline. Then picking a colour for what you want it for. So I'm going to use blue to highlight container space. So we want big containers. Now, this is a nice big cargo ship. We're gonna have about 3. This is gonna be a very small cargo ship, I think. Oh, no idea what happened there, guys. Don't worry, that wasn't the video. That was just my PC lagging out. Go me. So now we've got room for our cargo space. Now, I always use green for like reactors and stuff. Now, this isn't really meant to be a combat vessel. So normally I'd put like a free gap space and fill it out with heavy armor and conveyors. So if the reactor explodes, the cargo's not lost. But in this case, I don't think we're going to be requiring that much. This will be a relatively small ship, so we don't need to worry about more than one reactor. I wouldn't have thought. We are going to use. Ooh, let's use pink to highlight conveyors, because why the fuck not? Hey? Why the fuck not? So obviously that's all linked up. Well, I'm an idiot because we want conveyors, don't we? Because without conveyors it won't push and pull. There we go. Fuck it, make it secure. Let's use it on all 3. Why the fuck not? So really, I should have done a block there. Really, I'm an idiot. Ignore me, guys. Ignore me. I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me. There we go. So now we have our 3 large cargo containers, conveyor system, and our power. At this point, I would suggest that really we're starting to almost run out of things to do, really, in terms of that side of the ship. So what I always like to do is sort of do like this access port here. And now what I'd always use for that little access port is stick it there. Because now, despite it has a panel of colours, and it's only 2D, what we're doing is actually building like a blueprint as we're going along. A life-size blueprint. Then from that life-size blueprint we just fill in the gaps, pretty much. It sounds a little bit complex, but it's really, really simple once you get to know it. Now, what I am going to do as well. So basically, we've now got the cargo port. Now we want to decide, we want to have a bridge on top, or do we have it further back? I think we're going to have it on top a little bit. So we're going to give us a bit of excuse to build a staircase. We'll build it about that far in, because why the fuck not? Have two exposed. Now at this point we do need to start thinking about mirroring it. Now you can access this when you hover over it, you press M. When you press M, you change like the axis of which you can do it on. Now there's 9 layers you can choose from. Middle is always what I prefer and suggest. Personally, we're going to go for straight down the middle. Boom. There you go. Because I am going to actually buff that out a little bit there. Because what I want to do is actually have... Now we could be fancy, start using stairs and stuff like that. But I like to build relatively cheap, compact ships. So I like to try and make them survival friendly in a way. So boom, boom, boom. I think it's actually there we need to be. Now I think about it. There we go, guys. No, we went too far. Don't listen to me. We went too far. There we go. And now we can still get under here and do whatever we need to do. So we actually go along the sides. Well, we can't actually because it's free across there, so that won't matter. And we've got a double little rampway here, so we can gain access to the upstairs, which is very useful. And it doesn't interrupt the design of this either, which is even nicer. There we go. We can make it look pretty afterwards. We just get the base foundation there. So now we have access to some cargo. We have some power. It's conveyed. What do we need now that's important for the ship? We need some gyros and then thrusters and a little bridge to control all the ports from. So for this part, I'm going to say we're going to keep this up here for the bridge. This will be the bridge up here. In fact, I'm going to make that a tad bit longer actually. We'll go for about there. That seems like a good length. Then back here we will extend it a little. Well, what? About 7? Yeah, 7 will do. Because what we'll do now is we will start to actually have this as being... No, I know exactly what sort of design I'm going to put here. I know exactly what design I'm going to use for this. We'll put that down. And this is one of my favourite designs for like the edges of ships and stuff. Where are you? Here we are. Here we are. Boom. Look at that. Sexy as shit. And when we bring it up to the wall here, we've built our own little access port for a thruster. Get in. So it's only 2 for the large ones, isn't it? There we go. Oh, well done, Stephen. Deleting blocks you need. Go you. There we go. A little access port for a thruster there. And what we can start to do, because also this is the sort of like the pinnacle of its height there. We'll bring this back along. In fact, we can just do a single stripe, I think. Now, I personally really like these blocks. They're not quite round blocks. They're like slightly indented round blocks. I personally really like them. I'm not too sure why. I just do. They're almost impractical, but I just find them so fucking good. So as you see, we're starting to sort of establish a hole shape and actually get to the point where it could be useful. And then we know what's going to fit where, and we know what we're going to put in what section. If I actually, especially if you're doing this in survival, just building like in space like this, it'll be easy peasy. But then you can sort of, you can actually build a blueprint using only steel plates, nothing else. Which means you don't even have to do anything like that. Survival's obviously a little bit different because it's involving Obviously very different build style, because it's just essentially like a cagey mesh you have to build from. But in any case, I'm not sure what we're going to do with that actually. We might get rid of that. We can't get rid of that, never mind. We'll do like a central column, because why the fuck not? Boom. Alright. Now, do we want glass or don't we want glass? Let's have some glass. Now, I'm terrible at glass, guys, so don't expect anything wonderful from me there. In fact, we'll save glass to nearer the end. So I think we're actually going to have a division here. Because what we're going to put here is an... Oh, I didn't think about this, did I? I didn't think about this, did I? I'm an idiot. We can actually have it. I'll have something under here actually. Because I completely forgot about oxygen. Completely forgot about oxygen. We'll have a nice light radiant little blue there. To symbolise our little oxygen. So bang, bang, bang. There we go. A little bit exposed, but who cares? There we go. Now I've got some oxygen generators that I can incorporate into the feed. I don't think putting oxygen through a nuclear reactor would be the most intelligent idea, but who cares, right? It's healthy. We're in space. Alright. Then what we're going to do for gyros, we can have a nice yellow for gyros, I think. We'll have a nice yellow. Come on, mouse, work with me. There we go. So we won't need many. 4 will do, I think. 4 will do. Alright. Now, obviously we've got a basic design to the ship. So at this point, there's not much else to really highlight really, other than just to start filling it out. So the first thing we're going to do is stick those gyros in, stick our reactor in, and fill out some of those cargo containers and those conveyors. So let's do that. Fill those conveyors in. Personally, this is probably my favourite way to build large ships. So it's really simple, really easy. And I suppose there's a little bit of that's not the way we want it, is it? There we go. That's how we want it. Boom. There we go. I don't know about you guys, but I think this is a mega easy way to build. It's just it's almost like a dot to dot, just filling all of the little bits. You know, it's almost like a little bit like. I think this is something like space Lego. This is like space Lego. Space Lego, man, fucking space Lego. So as you can see, boom, all the important bits in the right places. You don't have to worry about, and here's the best bit about it, you don't have to sort of like undesign and redesign things because you've already pre-planned it. So there's nothing to actually worry about redesigning or anything like that. At this point we're adding in some oxygen. So we want to have ourselves, boom, 2 oxygen tanks. You know, we're going to have ourselves 3 oxygen tanks, actually. I was going to put 2 generators, but it's only for oxygen supply, isn't it? Then we will have... We'll have the light on the bottom, because why the fuck not? There we go. Now we've got an oxygen supply, we have cargo space, fully conveyed. But one thing we do need to add is actually... a... What am I thinking of? That's right, it's down here, isn't it? Cargo port there. So now we have access to the cargo supply into the whole conveyed system, which is really nice. We've got some gyroscopes there. Because this is space only, we don't need to worry about hydrogen or anything like that. This is like later game building shit. There we go. So we're starting to get a nice little outlay now, which is beautiful. Now obviously this isn't taking into consideration anything like crew quarters or anything like that, because it's not meant to be cosmetic. I build very functional ships. If they don't really serve a function, then it sort of gets cut out, really, in my designs. I like to try to save weight, if you will. Alright, so at this point we're doing relatively okay. Hang on, Stephen, no, stop. There we go. So I think this is what we can start to bulk it out a little bit now, because all the important stuff's been done, pretty much. I can't really see what else we can fill out there. Okay. I tell you what we can have, actually. I just thought about it. We can get rid of that block and extend that one, because we can have an antenna here. Alright. So obviously one thing we haven't really taken into consideration is venting. But I would dare take into consideration to have it on the side here, so you don't walk over it or whatnot. Just a nice little side vent. Okay. So we've got a nice little deck there. Let's start filling some of that out as well. Ah, we better build the glass, actually. Let's build the glass. So, like I said, guys, I am not very good with glass. Yeah, I'm just terrible with it, to be honest with you. So I'll try my best for you guys, but I can't promise anything. I'm really not that good with it. That is not the part I want. What one is it? Is it like this one or something? Let's turn that fucker off for a start. Oh yeah, in terms of mods, I've only got like a speed mod and this sort of mod. You can't see in there, but you can see out here. Very true to the similar glass we used to have here in Space Engineers. We're actually using it on our survival. If you guys can't remember, this is what I want to know. Yeah. Now that kind of feels odd. I don't want that now. See that? I've changed my mind already. Fuck that shit, change your mind. I know what we're gonna have. We'll have this one. Is that right way around? No. It's this way. Which is no good. We want it inverted. There we go. There, then that should be okay. Have ourselves a nice little space glaze through there. Now we could have gone for much bigger pieces, but I like the little stripy design. I like it. So we're going to go for that. And how do we want to start to end off that little design is the question. Well, let's grab this one. This one looks good. What would it be? Would it be this piece then I need? No, that is not the piece we want. Let's try this piece. Oh, that is completely wrong. Fuck me. That's more like it. Bollocks, let's get one of that. Okay. So at this point, we're more or less starting to get to a close to our build, really. Now, like I said at the start, guys, I am a terrible user of glass, so this glass is going to be very unattractive. Not anything special, just, yeah. You guys pretty much get the message. Okay, so we might actually still have that. Can we find a block to actually fill that out? I think we can. Man, I'm so bad with glass. Oh, no, we can't. Never mind. I tell you what, we're going to keep it even simple. We're going to go with that little dome shape, but we're not now. I've changed my mind. We're just going to go proper basic and go. We'll have it really steep actually. So bang, bang. So it should actually be that high. We need it. If I can find what I'm looking for, would be fantastic. Let's try putting. No, we can't, can we? Bollocks. Aha, what we do need anyway. Is that there? Right key stick might help, and the right way around too. I want this one. Also, if any of you guys are good with glass, do let me know, because as you guys can see, I am oh fuck's sake, I'm making holes and shit. Fuck me. Because as you guys can see, I'm absolutely horrendous with glass. Like, I can't do it. Any of you guys want to teach me how to use glass, I am more than happy to learn. Because oh man, I can't even orientate now. Oh fuck my life. This one is like an inverted bit. There's not. Fuck me. Urgh. Come on. No, please. Work for me. Don't know how. Oh, that's the wrong way around, isn't it? Oh, fuck my life. I can't go with that anymore. You know what? We're just gonna cap it off. Because reasons. I'm feeling lazy now. It's done my end. There we go. We're just gonna fill it out like this. Because I've still got it wrong way around again. Man, I'm useless at this, guys. I am so useless with glass. I'm officially giving up on glass, guys. I'm officially giving up on glass. There you go. Very, very basic. Very, very basic. I suppose on a plus note, we do actually have access to this port now. I suppose that's a plus, right? Very simple little design there. Now, one thing we need to take consideration is the piping now for the air vents. So let's start by just boom, boom, boom. I'll have it on the higher one, like that. That's the way we like it. Yeah. Alright, now let's start getting air vents. So we are almost done now. In terms of the, I suppose the components of the ship, because we've got our sort of like glassy area, we've got some storage, we've got all the important bits. We've now got oxygen in there. All I have this is all big one open space, so we don't need to actually fill out any of it at any point. This is just coming down to basically making it pretty now. So I'm going to do a very basic design because I like simplicity. In simplicity there is beauty, in my opinion. Boom. It also adds a bit of room for obviously the expansion of thrusters as well with this design. Plus, it's probably my favourite design actually now that I think about it. So I'll only have that there. We'll have that there. I'll adjust when I fill this all the way down. One thing we didn't take into consideration, guys, this is my fault, I completely forgot about it. Would it be where the door's gonna go? Where are we gonna have the fucking door? Is the question. So obviously at this point, this filling out's becoming a little bit unnecessary because this is just going to be open anyway. So we'll save some weight. I suppose at this point I just wanted to try and protect the reactor a little bit, because Lord knows pirates are bitches. There we go. So the reactor's sealed off, cargo's exposed. We've got ports for some thrusters. we're airtight. Now we need a door. Where are we gonna have a door, guys? Where are we gonna have a door? I tell you what, we're gonna have a door. Let's turn our mirroring off. We will have a door like right there and right there. Because why the fuck not? Okay, so now we've got a little door space there. We want to make it airtight as well, because Lord knows, not having airtight space, and I did not put on what I need to put on, did I? I'm such an idiot. There we go. Alright. Boom. Boom. Then when I slide the little doors, where's the slide doors? I have trouble finding this. There it is. Okay, guys. So one there. One there. Now we've got access to our little port, so we'll separate it off there, just for a bit of effects. Now I have access to it there. We're actually going to stick a gravity generator up there. And I know that's upside down, but I will explain the logic. I will explain the logic in due time. So obviously if we went with gravity, we'd be on the ceiling. But all will be revealed. All will be revealed. So now of course we have like this little sanctuary there a little bit. This isn't a security chip, so we won't do anything like security or whatnot. We'll just have that there for reasons. Access to a little down port here. Now we get to customize and make that look pretty. Does that interact with our design? No, it doesn't. Oh, wait. Boom, there you go. Alright, so we've got access to that there. Let's fill them out here. Alright guys, so we're now, obviously you'll see, we're starting to see the finished product now. We've got access to up here. Access to the bridge. Why is this not airtight? Apparently we're not airtight, guys. We're losing some kind of air from somewhere. Because I'm an idiot, the doors are open. Fuck me, Steven. Shut the doors, man. Shut the doors. Are we airtight now? We should be. Yeah, that sounds good. There we go, we're airtight. There we go, that's sexy. That's sexy. No! Steven, you idiot. We have a breach. I tell you what as well, we'll actually have some change of mind already. We'll have some cargo ports there, so we can actually. Oh, once again, that's pointless. So I just changed my mind again. There we go. It's that we wanted, wasn't it? There we go. Alright. That's more like it. Now we've got glass, so we might as well appreciate it. So this is kind of almost a little bit wasted actually, because you can't actually build outwards. But what we can do is obviously let's have a little like a control area, if you will. Just very basic. Makes it look pretty. So one, skip one, skip one, skip one. Have one up there as well. One on there. We want them all going the same direction across the top. There we go. There we go. There we go. Finally one across there. Because why the fuck not? We'll have it nice and lit up, guys. We'll have a nice lit up ship. There we go. So now we've got some basic lighting. We've got a little control room. We've got some storage. Obviously, this is not meant to be a combat vessel or anything. This is just a very simple A to B. Boom. Now we could stick a jump drive on this, I suppose. We could stick a jump drive on. That's something I didn't actually take into consideration now that I think about it. So we're actually going to need to make one little room for that. In fact, no, we'll skip it. We'll keep this a budget. This should be a budget transport ship for reasons. So get some of our ions. So obviously because we don't have a jump drive, we need to be quick. That should be enough power for the front. Okay. There you go. Obviously for a large ship, the amount of thrusters wouldn't be too OP, I suppose. So we'll tone that down a little bit. We can start to about 4 of those there. And some of those there. Alright guys, so we're starting to see a finished product now, which is really nice. Now one thing I am going to do is have a large thruster on the stop port there, because going very very fast is nice, but not being able to stop in time and smashing up your ship isn't so nice. So we're just going to cap off that. Also gives them a little bit of armor. So what, forwards, backwards, left, right, up and down. There we go, all the directions. So obviously it's might not be the prettiest ship, but it's just very basic. Gets the job done. Obviously you can make much prettier ships using this method. It just takes longer. This is just a very quick, get the job done for you guys, so you get a rough idea on how I build my large ships. So as you see, this is basically done. All the key components are in. All that's left to do is cosmetic stuff. Like just literally making it look pretty. We can do that if you want, but we'll just do a very basic, make it look pretty. We won't go intricate. Like you can go to really intricate designs with the open spaces. I'm just going to skip all that. We're just going to leave it as it is. In fact, we won't skip bodge and actually put one there for fuck's sake. Alright, so that's more or less done. So I want to go intricate, but I'm not going to because it will just log out the video. So we'll do. Last thing we'll do is give it a paint job. Now we're going to give it some Zaxon gaming colours, which is white and purple. So if you hold shift when you do this, it'll just colour the whole ship. If you didn't already know how to do that. Obviously, anything I say like that is for the new guys. Any of you old veterans out there, you know I don't need to tell you that. Okay, so let's get some of our Zaxon gaming colours, shall we? Alright, a bit darker. There we go. How's that colour? That'll do, that'll do. In fact, we'll have it running up the spine of the ship here. Like that. We'll cap it off at the top. Yeah, that's a nice combo. There we go, there we go. Oh, I'll purple one of those as well, why not? So it's a bit of an exotic purple, this one actually. It's not quite dark enough, but who cares, we'll go with it. I've got all our pigs, it'll look good, it'll look good. There we go. Alright, so I suppose, in terms of paint job, that's pretty basic, gets the job done. Obviously you can go very intricate with your paint jobs and stuff. I like simplicity, like I said, so I like to do quite a nice, simple, few stripes on a base colour. Looks good if you ask me. We'll just have that as it is, because why the fuck not. So a very basic little ship here, just simple little cargo between planets. Doesn't need guns or anything like that. Ah, one thing I forgot to do was sort out the gravity. Well done, Stephen. we'll close these doors up, and then we'll get ready for flight. So shut that. And we're just going to access it here, because why the fuck not? There we go. Now obviously with that gravity generator, you just go to your gravity generator and put it in reverse gravity. Boom. Now when you walk on the floor. Just pushing you down instead of pulling you up. Oh, that's not one, is it? There you go. So nice little view there. There's a bullshit. Let's see how fast we are. So yeah, it's a bit nice and fast. Nothing's melting off, which is good. Reasonable turning for a large ship. There you go. That door's lighting up for some unknown reason. Anyway, guys, that is my little interpretation of how I build large ships for you. If you like the way I build these ships, I could try to do maybe a better looking, more intricate ship for you, maybe like a destroyer or something, make it look pretty. If you did enjoy that, guys, let me know. Any feedback greatly appreciated. If you'd like me to build something in general, just let me know. I'll give it a go. I'm not a very good concept builder, but who cares? Just give it a bash. Please don't make me do glass. I'm terrible at glass. If you haven't already noticed. Anyway, guys, thank you. I'd like to say thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and to check out obviously our Facebook, Reddit, Quoted. Obviously, it's the guys over at Legion Gaming. Obviously, we'd like to get a lot of views as well. So please do share our videos. It does mean a lot. I personally put a lot of my effort and heart and soul into this channel. I really want it to be big. I know I might not be the best, but obviously I'd like to learn to be one of the best. So any support from you guys would be absolutely incredible. And on that note, until the next video.